Oh, hello and welcome back, everybody, and anyone that's new to this morning. So, welcome to our session today, which is going to be on Miss the Boat. So, I'm Beverly Philpotts, and I'm one of the key account managers. And then Christopher McCluskey, if he's going to give us a little wave there, he's another of the key account managers. And Lee Cross, who is going to be talking through some of the slides as well, who is one of our marketing managers as well. So, a huge welcome, and we are super excited to be telling you all this morning about ocean and yacht cruising with Riviera and what makes us different, and also giving you lots of fantastic selling tips to hope make that journey a lot easier for you when you're recommending us to your customers in future. So, our yacht collection, although it is much smaller than our river cruise and our touring portfolio, it is small, but as we like to say, absolutely perfectly formed. So, it's just to give you that little heads up, really, about what we're all about, what makes us different, what gives you that whole Riviera experience on there as well. So, when you look at the yacht program that we have, we started originally a good few years back now, but we now have a lovely 6 fantastic yacht cruises as well to offer you. And the huge difference with this is we're specialising in Croatian waters. Each has their own individual charm as well to offer. And it's very, very much about the Riviera experience that you're going to be getting on board, but also it's that small experience. So the majority of our yachts only have between 19 cabins, which means that they can take only around 38 passengers. So again, that's from customer feedback. They absolutely love the fact that it is a small experience, which means we can go right into the heart of the destination, a bit like our river cruise, but obviously in the yachts, so we can get right into those bays. You can then dip into the water. I hope I'm setting the scene on this lovely Thursday morning for you all, just to give you that fantastic idea of what it's all about. So small, right into that destination, and you can then literally hop off and go straight in and do your walking tour as well. So I want to go on there, don't you? It's just one of those fantastic things straight away. So, what is included? Now, by all means, if you're watching this presentation, you will be able to watch it back as well. But if you have your cameras and your smartphones, by all means, take a photograph of this slide, because I just think it captures everything that we're about. So, when you look at our yachts, they are 4-star, I would say, for all of those, and they are very individual and, as I say, small, which is the key selling point. So, what is included? If you have a look, these are the points that are included. So, I'll quickly run through that for you. Flights from a range of airports with your transfers included. And don't forget, from other sessions, there's no regional flight supplements anymore, which is a fantastic selling point for all of you. Something to put on your socials as well. Choose from 6 stunning itineraries. And as I say, that has grown, and we expect that to grow over the years as well with us as well. Now, the majority of ours are for seven nights, 8 days. That is the best-selling ones that we do. And so you get 7 nights on board one of our 4-star yachts with daily breakfast. We like our food at Riviera. We always say wear an elasticated waistband, and a selection of meals, plus the captain's dinner. So you're going to get a whole array of that. But the main thing is, lots of people are always saying to me, what is the dress code? And I would say it is really just smart casual. You're on a yacht, aren't you? So you're going to have that yacht vibe, really, but it's definitely smart casual, so no pressure at all. But some people might want to dress up a little bit more for the captain's dinner. Who doesn't? And that includes ladies and gents. You know, if you fancy getting the sparkles out, the sequins, that's absolutely fine as well. But that picture sums it all up to me. You're right into those fantastic bays, and because we use these smaller yachts, it's ideal. It means that you can get right into the heart of the destination. I mean, look how close you are to the coast on that. And again, we are escorted by one of our expert tour managers. And don't forget, Riviera as a company are which recommended, and our tour managers always score up here. In fact, up here, high as you can get. So that is one of our unique selling points as well. So make sure you take a note of that. We will be sharing those as well on our own socials, both Chris and the rest of the team. So you'll be able to take all of those points. But there is a lot that you get for your money. So when you look at the price, see everything that is included. Over to you.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to our 6 amazing yachts. As Beth previously mentioned, they are all sailing the Adriatic, which is the incredible waters surrounding the country of Croatia. The yachts have maximum 40 guests on board at any one time, so as you can imagine, it is very exclusive to be on board one of our yachts. The ratio of guest to crew, it's roughly 4 crew members to every single one of your guests that's on board. So we can practically guarantee a first class and personalised service when you do step on board. And of course, thanks to their small size, our yacht cruises moor on the smaller islands, they visit hidden beaches, and avoid the swarm of cruise ship passengers that you generally find in bigger ports and destinations throughout Europe. We make it that easy that you can literally hop on and off our ship and start exploring straight away right in the heart of the destination. And of course, you'll find throughout the voyage, the captain will drop anchor in secluded bays, and you can hop right off the back of the yacht, just like you see on below deck. So there'll be some incredible swim stops along the voyage as well. Plus, every single one of our yachts will moor overnight, so you get the added benefit that you can enjoy local cuisine on shore in restaurants, or even just pop off for an evening stroll. And we do think that's part of the holiday fun. And to introduce you to our first itinerary, I'm going to pass you over to Lee, our content and social media manager.
Hi everyone. Good to see you all. Thanks for the introduction, Chris. As you mentioned, I'm the content and social manager. I was very lucky when I started Riviera because one of the first trips that I did was the Split, Rab and Undiscovered Islands of the North, which is absolutely fantastic. I'd never really thought about doing a yacht cruise before. So when they sent me out there on my educational, I absolutely loved it, and it opened my eyes to this kind of trip. So I went as a solo passenger, not on the solo itinerary. I just went out on my own as part of the normal classic itinerary. So I was a little bit nervous. I thought, oh no, how am I going to get on? I'm on my own. But I arrived on deck and it was absolutely fantastic. I soon got talking to all the guests. And because it's such a small number of guests on there, had only 35, I think. It was just really intimate and gave you a good chance to get to know all the guests on there. A really relaxed atmosphere. It was so relaxed that I didn't want to come home, and I loved it so much. I've just booked myself onto another one in a couple of weeks' time, and I cannot wait to do that because I just love it. I mean, the great thing about it for me was the balance. So I guess if you're advising customers about this, it's just the perfect balance. You get everything in there. You get the chance to sample amazing local food and all the stops that you call at. It's the balance of relaxation in the day, just cruising along on the yacht. It's pulling into a new port every day and exploring somewhere new, but knowing that you're going to have that expert local guide with you to show you things that not everyone gets to see because our guides and tour managers are fantastic. And another tip, when you're docking up at night and you've got plenty of time to stroll and explore and find somewhere to eat, ask the tour manager. They know all the secret spots and the best places to go, so they can recommend something to you. So that's worth mentioning. Again, going back to the balance, it's just got it all in there. As Beverly mentioned, everything's included. You don't need to worry about anything. Your flights, your excursions, everything's in there. Gives you a great balance of relaxation, sightseeing, learning new things about new places. The food is fantastic, and you do get a captain's meal on board, which is fantastic, and that's a good opportunity to get to know the fellow passengers even more. And then in the evening, you can go and explore on your own, or you can mingle with the other guests. It's up to you. Again, the choice is there. So I highly recommend it. This particular itinerary started right in the south and went right up to Rab in the north, which is great because you got the contrast of the smaller islands and then going back down to Split on the last day and finishing with a tour around Split. What more can I say? It speaks for itself. The pictures are always amazing, and I never struggle for content when I'm sent out on shoots because it's a photographer's dream. Everywhere you look, you can just capture every angle. Great shot. It's an 8-day tour. Everything's included. Yeah, over to you guys.
All right, so this is one of the itineraries that really does catch my eye because not only exploring beautiful Croatia, it also includes a 2-night stay in Venice at the start or at the end of the holiday. Because what you'll find is with some of our yacht cruises, they'll run in one direction and then we'll run it exactly in reverse on the way back. So if your clients wanted to include a visit to the incredible city of Venice, a 2-night stay is included either at the start or at the end, depending on what direction the voyage is running. So obviously on arrival, you join the yacht in Split or in Venice, depending on the way it's running, and you get on board. You leave your luggage there, and you get straight back off the ship because when you arrive, the yacht's going to be docked there for the entire day, so it gives you that chance to actually see your embarkation port. That's another big thing that sets us apart from the ocean ships is like when you join a ship, generally you miss that out. It's not a port of call. With us, the yacht's staying there the entire day. So get on board, do your check-in, leave your bags, and get straight back off. The very next day, you're going to have a guided tour of Split and visit two UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which is the Fortress and, of course, St James Cathedral as well. Two bucket list places of anybody that visits Croatia. Some other highlights, I don't want to give you a geography lesson. If you want the full itinerary, obviously, it's all available on the website. Some of the other highlights include a visit to the island of Rab. Of course, you'll get to view the national park that you can see in the picture there as well by train. Not to mention all those swim stops along the way that you'll be able to do throughout this yacht cruise as well. And on to our next itinerary, I'll pass you over to Bev.
Thank you very much. So one of the things I would like to highlight, so we've gone from a 10-day, the one that Chris has just described, back to our most popular, which is 8 days. And also just look at the date band. Now, these are available obviously in the brochure, if you get one of our brochures sent through, but also on the website. So we do, on these, due to the weather, of course, we always sail in the main summer months. And if you look at this itinerary, Split, Dubrovnik and the Splendours of the Dalmatian coast, you're going to be going, you can pick any opportunity there for this year. We do still have limited availability for this year if you're looking at any late deals, either for your social media or for your windows, but really from May to October. And of course, it is on sale for next year, 2025. And I would say if customers are booking, encourage them to book early because these are so popular, they do get fully booked. One of the things I would just like to say, you can see the itinerary, so you can read through that whilst I'm talking. I'm not just getting out of it because I can't pronounce half of the destinations on it, joking. But also think about the cabins with these. So when you look at the one level of cabin, so B cabins, those are our largest cabin, but they are on the lowest deck on all of our yachts. So those will be between 17 and 18 square meters. And then they've got two porthole cabin windows, if you like. And then if you look at grade A cabins on any of these, then they are 14 square meters and they have two opening windows. So again, depends what your customers would like out of that. And then the A plus, as it says, on your school report, those are the better cabins. They are, again, between 15 to 16 square meters. And again, they have two opening windows. So all of that is on the website and it's also in the brochure. But please, when you're selling yachts, don't be worried about it. Don't be frightened and don't be scared of it. Just speak to us. We're the experts. We've got the dedicated agent team now, and they can answer any of those questions that you might have that are a little bit more detail to the website and the brochure. And we're there to help you on that one as well. So if you just look at this one for us, you are going there and you're going to have a fantastic guided tour of both Dubrovnik, Split, and also Hvar and Korčula. So you're going to see the party islands as well on this one. And what we do find with our yacht itineraries, they do appeal to a slightly younger market. And once people do a yacht, then what's to say that they're not going to swap over then and also stay loyal to the Riviera brand, stay loyal to you, most importantly as well, and then also book a river cruise next time and a tour. So they might start on yachts, so it appeals and it allows you to get a much broader market in really. So that's why I would say definitely start to market all of these. But you can see some fantastic things on there, Hvar, Split and Bol, etc. as well on that one.
All right, folks. So the other side of our ocean cruising side of Riviera travel is, of course, our tall ship, the Clippers, that was mentioned earlier, and of course our expedition ships as well. So we actually started with our tall ships back in 2010, and we do use the most sought after ships in the world, which is the Royal Clipper, the Star Clipper, and the Star Flyer. They are very, very sought after in the world of tall ship cruises. Now, they are the pinnacle when it comes to a luxury sailing experience, and it can be a very hands-on experience. Should your guests wish, they're more than welcome to get involved in helping sail and pull up the sails. If you're feeling a little bit adventurous as well, you can climb to the top of the mast of the crow's nest to get some incredible pictures as well. Or if you're, just wanting to relax, you can spend the day lounging on the sailing nets, and the crew will do everything for you, with a glass of champagne in your hand, whatever floats your boat. But it really is one big playground in the heart of the ocean when it comes to the tall ship cruises. And the other side is, of course, our expedition voyages as well. I've actually been very, very fortunate that I've had the chance to visit the Arctic that our expedition ship goes to, which we'll come to in just a second. But to introduce you to the first itinerary for the Star Clipper, I'm going to pass you over back to Bev.
Oh, thank you very much again for this one. Thank you, Chris. So the first one that I'm going to start with is the fantastic Spain, Balearics and Malta itinerary. And as you can see, this is a longer one, so it's a 12-day one, and it is on sale for both for 2025 at the moment, selling very, very quickly already at the moment. So with the Star Clipper, we use various clippers. So this one, we've got the Royal Clipper, we've got the Star Clipper. And on this one, you're looking at 83 cabins. So again, it's a fantastic experience. Smaller ships going right into the heart of the ports, etc., but in that fantastic oldie world charm as well. So please, after this, once you get a moment, have a look at the website. I mean, it is like stepping back in time. And as Chris says, if you're feeling energetic and fit, you can go up the sails. It's just a fantastic all-round experience on this one. And the price point is £2,999 starting point. So again, that's a great one for you to put on your socials, and that is per person. So a great way to earn, all that commission as well from us. As I say, 83 passengers, 83 cabins. That was the deliberate mistake. And 166 passengers on there with 74 crew. So the ratio is fantastic. But just look at the places that you're going to on here. You're flying into Malaga, then you're going around Malaga, Almeria, and you're going to Ibiza, Party Island, and then also doing Mahon. So on there as well, you're going to have wine tasting in Mijas. What's not to love about that? So it's a whole fantastic experience. So it's all about the sailing, but it's also on all of these, as in all of Riviera itineraries, it's about the destinations. So this one is a double whammy, isn't it, really? You're going to have a fantastic tall ship experience by visiting these amazing places as well. And as well as this, you get guided tours for Malaga, for Valletta, and also for Medina, for the Silent City, for Malta. So for me, this ticks off so many, as well as visiting Sicily. It's a dream. And I'm looking at this for an itinerary for myself, to be honest, as well. So as I say, it gives you another string to your bow, something else to sell, and really a product that you might not have thought about through Riviera before. Hopefully many of you will have, but I think because we talk about rivers and touring all the time, I do think sometimes, the yachts are sometimes a little bit forgotten, especially the Star Clipper element, that we do have these amazing itineraries as well. And over to you, Chris. Sorry.
Thank you. And carrying on that theme of undiscovered places, this one will cover Malta, Sicily, and Greece. And of course, at the start, you are going to start your holiday right with 3 nights pre-cruise stay in Malta before sailing on board the Star Clipper to the island of Sicily. Now, just to carry on that trend that Bev was talking about there, what really caught my attention with this itinerary as well is Greece is well known for their islands, but with this Star Clipper cruise, you are going to find that you are going to be going to destinations where the locals go on holiday. When the locals want to get away from all the tourism and all the Brits coming in, these are the kind of places that they're going to go to, like Peloponnesia. You're going to go there and you're going to get a sample of historic Greece there as well. Of course, you're going to get a chance to visit Athens and the Acropolis policy as well while you're there as well. And of course, you are going to be on board our beautiful Star Clipper going back to the golden age of sailing. Guest list is small, it's exclusive, and you will be looked after to the highest standard. And the crew are ready for your clients. And again, this is obviously on sale for 2025 for 11 nights as well. And what you'll find is if your clients do go on a holiday on one of the Star Clippers, especially this itinerary, they're going to be going into Greece and going to places that you generally wouldn't find in a brochure, places they haven't heard of before. So not only are we going to introduce them to new and undiscovered destinations as well, when they come back, you might even get yourself another booking to go back there for a land holiday as well. And for our next one, I'm going to hand you over to Lee.
Cheers, Chris. Thank you. So we're going to go over to Ocean Cruise now, which is aboard the Celestial Journey. I've actually done this cruise myself, and it is absolutely fantastic. The ship is amazing. It's just had a multi-million-pound refurb, so everything's nice and new on there. It offers such a great choice of restaurants and bars. There's 8 bars and 7 restaurants, so that you will never be short of choice on this ship. The cruise itself is really, really good. It is a full circle cruise, starting off in Athens, then going up to Thessaloniki, then down to Kysadasi, down to Heraklion, to Mykonos, Santorini, Milos, and then back to Athens. The great thing about this holiday as well is there are 2 2-night stays, so pre and post hotel stays in 5-star hotels. The hotels are fantastic. They are 5-star. Bars are amazing. The food is amazing. So you get a really nice, relaxing way to start the holiday and a really relaxing way to end it in great hotels. The ship, again, going back to the ship, is amazing. You will not be spoilt for choice on there. And everywhere you turn, there is entertainment. So once you've returned after a day exploring the Greek islands, I was astounded at how much entertainment there was. Every bar seems to have a piano player or a guitar player or a duo or a band. You can go watch a show if you want more lively entertainment. On the stage, there's a really big amphitheatre there. There's just so much choice and variety. You will not be bored at all on this cruise. So this is an 11-day cruise. It's great for people who've maybe been to Greece once or twice. Like myself, I'd only ever been to a couple of the islands. So this actually goes full circle to covering most of the main islands. So it's great if you want to sort of use that angle towards guests who might have thought, oh, well, I've done Greece before. You get to see the variety of islands on this cruise. It's brilliant. It's just a really nice way to see the full circle of islands. So what else about this ship? So 2025 is actually going on sale next week, and this did sell really, really well. The itinerary, it comes in the classic itinerary, and we also do a solo version just for solo travelers as well. I think that's about it for me. Who am I passing to?
Oh, thanks, Lee. To Chris now.
Fantastic. So I'm going to introduce you guys to our expedition ship, which is going to be the Ocean Albatross. To be honest with you, I've been incredibly lucky to visit the Arctic and firsthand got to experience the thrill of actually going to the last point on Earth. But if you can think about just imagining sailing in, everything's super quiet. The ocean is like a lake. You're sailing in. There's icebergs on the horizon. There's wildlife everywhere. They're very they're wondering why you're there. They don't see people that often, so they're very inquisitive why there's a ship coming in. You'll see lots and lots of different wildlife there. Get a chance to experience the midnight sun in the Arctic Circle. And there's polar bears there, walruses, whales, Arctic foxes, and thousands of different species of seabird. And we're very fortunate to be able to offer this at Riviera here, and that's obviously going to be on sale already. I believe for June of 2025 as well. It does also include a 2-night stay in Oslo. You'll get 1 night pre-cruise, 1 night post-cruise, just because of the flight times. So you can bundle that in and get to see some incredible sights in Oslo as well. But it is a true bucket list experience to go to the Arctic. And of course, we have partnered with Ocean Albatross. So that's a brand new ship launched in 2023. So it's a very modern ship. It's not your our typical expedition ship. They are very known for being very old, not having the the modern cons that you would expect. To go there in luxury, but rest assured the ship is brand new. All suite accommodation, and of course in 5-star luxury as well when you're sailing with us to the Arctic. Obviously space is very, very limited, very, very little amount of sailings on there, so do check out the website as well, and we look forward to welcoming you on board.
Oh, thank you very much, Chris. And sorry, I put an extra slide on them because I think it's now time for the questions.
Hi everyone, Charlotte from TTG here. I'm popping on for the questions part of this session. So do pop any questions that you've got for Beverly, Lee and Chris in the questions box and we'll go through those for you. So first of all, Kieran asks, since it's a smaller group of passengers on board, does everyone go on the tours together or are they split into smaller groups? Bev, would you like to take that one?
Yes, that's fine. No, then they're all going out there together. I was just going to say, actually, Lee, was that your experience as well? Because that's my understanding that they go off. But a lot of people will do their own thing as well. So you'll get a bit of a balance. Some people will be going off on the trip and other people will just go off on shore and literally head to that restaurant, head to that bar, etc. Go and see the, experience the area as well. But maybe Lee, you could say how you found it as well on the two that you've been on.
Yeah, sure. So most of the excursions you do have, you go in one group with one tour guide. If it's the place that you're visiting is quite small, then they will break you off into smaller groups and there'll be a couple of guides with you. But that's very rare. It's only with the smaller sort of places that you're visiting, they do that. But generally, yeah, you do travel as one group.
Brilliant, thank you. And then Jenny would like to know if you visit the new cruise terminal in Venice. She was asking that when, I think, Chris, you were talking about the 10-day yacht sailing.
Yeah, so you will find that our yachts, they won't tend to dock at cruise terminals. There's simply no need for that amount of space. So you'll find that with yachts, any marina that they can dock downtown, because what you'll find is when you get off a yacht or getting onto the yacht, you're in the heart of the destination. Cruise terminals can generally be a 30-minute bus ride away outside of town. We don't need that with yachts, so the closer we can get you to the action, the better. But I'm sure, Lee, you would agree with me. We would never aim to use a cruise terminal at all in terms of the yachts.
No, you always dock, in the smaller ports. I've never used a cruise terminal on the excursions I've been on. So yeah, exactly what you said, Chris.
Fabulous, thank you. And then another question from Jenny. She mentioned that she had difficulty getting a single supplement on a yacht booking. Could you just talk us through what's available for solo travellers?
Of course. So we do also offer, as part of Riviera, we are huge on solo passengers. Our CEO recently announced that we've almost trebled capacity for solo holidays. So if you go onto our website and if you look into the solo section, there will be dedicated solo yacht, river, and touring in Europe and long haul as well. Of course, it is a very, very popular product, so it does sell out, rather than be available this late in the season, especially if the departure's coming up. But we do have dedicated solo yacht sailings on sale on the website. But the thing is, get in there and get it booked as quick as possible because it does and it will sell out.
Yeah, perfect. Good advice there. Thank you. And then Kieran had another question. He wanted to know if the ships have Wi-Fi and drinks packages included in the price. I don't know if that one maybe.
Yeah, so the drinks packages, they're not included in the yacht programme at the moment. Watch this space, things are always developing with us as well. But with the Celestial launch, there will be some drinks packages. We're not launching that at the moment. That will be going on sale on the 23rd of May. But yeah, so there will be some, but it's limited. Wi-Fi, Lee, how did you find Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi was genuinely okay, actually, but obviously you're on a moving vessel. It did cut out a couple of times when we were there, but generally it's absolutely fine. Most of the guests had iPads and stuff, and they were happy. And yeah, it's absolutely fine. You could go a couple of areas depending on the ship. It's a little bit patchy, but generally in the central area around the lounge, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, Wi-Fi is available. And then just to touch on the drinks on the yacht, the drinks are super cheap on the yacht. And part of the reason why there's not a package on there at the minute is just because most nights when we dock up in port, gives guests the opportunity to go and explore and do their own thing rather than, stay on board. So they're out having a drink, having it with their dinner and stuff. So that's partly one of the reasons why we don't have a drinks package at the moment. But as Bev mentioned, who knows? Things may change. So keep an eye on social media and the website, because things are always changing.
Brilliant.
Don't quote me on that though.
And then just sticking on the topic of inclusions quickly, Tracy asked a similar question, but she was asking about excursions. Are they included on Star Clipper sailings?
Yes, all excursions are included on Star Clippers and yachts.
Wonderful, thank you.
That's a big point for us as well, really. We like to include everything. So what you see is what you get. There's no hidden extras.
Yeah.
It makes it nice and easy. Wonderful.
It does. Yeah.
One of the few holidays, the price you see is the price you pay, and when you're on board, it is hard, especially on our river ships, to leave with a bill. There's literally, there's very little you can spend on board our ships. So the price you see is the price you pay, and when you break it down to a day by day, you do get a really big bang for your buck with Riviera.
Brilliant, lovely. And Tracy would like to know if the yachts are suitable for slightly less mobile passengers. She's not thinking about a wheelchair user, but she said perhaps someone who may walk with a stick, for example.
Yeah, I think we have this question quite a lot. So what I would say, we've got a mobility wheel. So within agency sales. So any of these questions, I would say you've got to have that honest conversation with your customers about that. And if in doubt, speak to us and we will go through the set of questions. We wouldn't really recommend any of these for people that are with a stick. That would be absolutely fine. But don't forget, they have got to get up and down the steps on board the yacht as well. So it's just about having that honest conversation. And as I say, we've got the mobility wheel and we can run through that in a lot of detail over the phone. I would say if you've got people with mobility issues, definitely give us a call on our dedicated agent line and we can run through that with you as well. So it's not to put people off traveling with us, but we want to get the exact right fit for customers as well. And again, I don't know quickly if Lee, you want to add something, because I'm conscious. I know we've got the next session with you as well, haven't we? But Lee, what do you think about that?
Just mirror exactly what you've said, Bev. It's just about having that conversation, making them aware of the steps involved and, some of the itineraries. Yeah, just what you've said, really.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you. And I think that's all of our questions. Andrew said he's booked to go on the MS Adriatic Sky this August. Very envious of you there, Andrew. You'll have an amazing time.
Very.
And lots of lovely comments. Tracy said they're beautiful looking ships with great itineraries, and Charlotte described one of your Star Clipper sailings as a dream itinerary. So I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Charlotte. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
So I think that is everyone's question. So thank you very much for joining us, Beverly, Lee and Chris. That was really informative. And thank you to everyone watching. We're now going to head over on to the next session for an expert guide to selling ocean cruises.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.